Well, hello, Michael Brown. This is the launch of Truth About, the page on Facebook that tells you the truth about, well, a lot of things. And so, being a contractor for half of a century, well, no, not half a century, I've only been alive for 56 years. So, for my adult life, working in construction, contracting, subcontracting, doing piecework, whatever, hustling up until about 20 years ago when I incorporated my current business, which is not going to be promoted on here because this is the truth about. And there's not going to be much truth or confidence that you're going to have that I'm telling the truth if I'm just sitting here promoting myself. So, this site, this page, and the associated soon to come, because we're launching the page first and trying to fine tune and get some stuff, even though there's going to be a lot of critics out there saying, oh, the video is, amateur and everything else. That's right, because I'm not a professional videographer, not a professional blogger. I'm not, this guy that is the social media king or anything else like that. And I'm not trying to be. However, I am going to be pushing a lot of content, and the reason is because you can't find the truth about anything anymore. And most of the blogs and vlogs and things that you see out there are all political and like something polarizing because that sells. Uh, it it attracts people, so they get a lot of followers, and then they can advertise off of that. And I'm not saying there's no use for that. There's a lot of use for that, but it's mostly entertainment, right? So what matters most to people is where their money that they're working every week for is going. Where's your money going? And what are you buying? What are you buying? What kind of things do you need done? Uh, are you looking to build or expand or do any kind of anything else? You're looking to make big purchases and what have you. You're just not going to find the truth on the internet anymore. You're just not. Okay. And so this page and the associated uh, site and other social media and the YouTube is going to be dedicated to is finding that truth. And being 20 years in my industry and possibly one of the very top nationally trained people in that industry and one of the very highest skilled people in that industry has taught me is that today, because of all this advertising, because of all this marketing, and because of what's happening as far as search engines and algorithms to sell marketing, right? I mean, even selling marketing. So part of the research on starting this page and everything and figuring out how to use the internet and everything, you wouldn't believe how much advertising I'm getting for video equipment, for marketing strategies, for all kinds of other things, just because I'm trying to figure out the best way to reach the most people with the truth. Okay. And that's really the goal for me. Okay. So this is right now what I'm looking forward to in the future based on this page. This is the launch. This page is the launch. There's going to be, like I said, an associated YouTube channel. We've already started the mechanism for that. The bones are being built, just like the bones for this were being built. I started this page actually 2 weeks ago, but I didn't launch it. I did a whole bunch of soft things just to try and figure some other things out. Um, so it was testing and research and, like trial and error and research and development, which this is also. I mean, but this is the launch. So this page is active, and we are going to be doing things. We are going to be offering templates and instructions and all kinds of other things to help you, the consumer, make good choices with your money. Okay. very simple things that you can do that bypass the Google search. So instead of doing a Google search, we'll show you how to go right to where it is that you need to go to try and find the best people to do what it is that you need to do, or the best pieces or parts or merchandise, and also where to get that. Um, and then what do you do once you find those things? Do you just choose whatever we tell you, or are you going to look at like 3 or 4, which is our encouragement, is to look at more than one, compare them. We're going to provide you with tools to compare them and instructions on how to investigate those bullet points for the comparison. And then you get to set those side by side. You get to make the decision based on scores that you have made for whatever it is that you're planning on spending your hard earned money on. And that is your truth. And it comes very close to the real truth. And it certainly, and what we are going to give you are the mechanisms for you to find the real truth. So the name of the page is Truth About. And so Truth About, well, you tell us what you want to know the truth about. We are going to be active. We have almost an endless, we've brainstormed a lot of lists on things already, and we're going to be busy with what we have. However, like, comment, subscribe to this. Pay attention to when the YouTube and Twitter and the Instagram and the TikTok come out. If you get political or try to be polarizing, or you're not being helpful, because this is going to be a community, right? So we're going to work as a community. We're going to work as a community to find the truth. We are going to be dedicated to helping consumers make good choices. And that is my new calling. After 20 years of contracting, I am dedicated to this. This is what I'm really dedicated to, because I've been preaching it for years and years and years and years, and being one of the highest trained and certified people in my profession, my current profession. I'm disgusted by the fact that uh, even professionalism is not touted anymore. It really is almost that the only thing that matters now is marketing and advertising. And as a consumer, that's kind of scary. And I've actually seen that. We've had a downturn. All construction industries have seen a downturn. And that's mostly because people can't find the truth, because it's buried so deep underneath the advertising and the marketing. And we're going to show you. We're going to help you out. We're going to show you how to get to the bottom of that, and do some side by side. We aren't going to be a clearinghouse. We're not going to be a lead generator. We're not going to be collecting your information to sell it to contractors. We're not going to be taking payments from contractors or merchandise to advertise for them or to promote them. The only things we're going to promote and we're going to push are going to be things that we have personally vetted, and it is never going to be a situation, unless the only thing, unless it's just information, um, that is that we are going to say this is what you should choose. Okay, so on the information side, we're going to say here's the right information, here's good information, here's a book, here's PDF files that you can download or buy or what have you. We are going to do that because that's information, right? That's knowledge base for the consumer. But we aren't going to be doing that with services, uh, tangible merchandise, unless you want to buy a physical book on something, on a subject that we might say this is really good information, um, and or contractors. We're going to show you where to look to make a list of choices that you would like to investigate. Then we'll develop, and we've already started developing PDFs, fillable PDFs that you can, for each of your possible choices, fill those out, and then an instruction sheet on how to investigate based on what information you've collected from those manufacturer sites, product sites, contractor sites, sales sites, marketing sites, whatever, so that you can investigate, see how close the truth is from the investigation to what is advertised. And then you can score them individually, set them side by side, and then you make the choice. We're not going to make the choice for you. And we're not going to say this is our list of who you should choose either. Choosing who you want on your list is going to be up to you. We're just going to provide information on how to make informed, logical, truthful decisions. It's really that simple. And so that is what the site is dedicated to. Michael Brown, Truth About. I think it's going to be an exciting ride. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Stop it. I don't know. I'll cut it off if I did.